Our day one submission proposed a passive logging sidecar for the EU AI Act, similar to the standard API monitoring and compliance logging tools currently on the market. We pivoted and expanded from our own idea mid-hackathon. Red teaming proved that post-mortem logging, no matter how immutable, cannot stop a prompt-injected agent from draining a DAO treasury if it still holds the keys. We realized that competing tools offering observability without authority are just security theater. This is aegis12 v1, 0, an active policy engine running inside a Fala hardware enclave that enforces arbitrary DAO-defined logic, from protocol whitelists to complex transaction graphs pre-trade. The market alternative to logging is putting a ZK coprocessor or heavy Oracle network in the hot path, but that destroys the zero latency execution agents require. We bypass this entirely using asynchronous attestation. When an AI agent generates an unsigned X402 payment intent, our TEE evaluates the JSON policy locally at zero latency. It mathematically signs the transaction, and the ZK proof is then anchored to Solana, guaranteeing the strict immutable logging required by EU AI Act Article 12. But if the agent hallucinates, attempting a compliance violation at runtime, violating any parameter of its JSON policy, the enclave mathematically refuses to sign. The transaction dies in the hardware. Instead, our SDK instantly escalates the blocked intent into an on-chain squads v4 multisig proposal. This perfectly satisfies the strict human oversight mandate of EU AI Act Article 14, forcing a human on the loop to review the edge case. Welcome to the fiduciary control plane. This dashboard acts as the observability surface for our SDK. On the left, you'll see the policy configuration. This is where the DAO defines the hardware enforced rules like maximum trade size and permitted addresses. When we trigger an intent stream, you can watch the live telemetry feed on the right. Notice how the AI agent generates unsigned intents, which are immediately intercepted and evaluated by the Fala enclave. The evaluation happens locally in sub-milliseconds. Once verified, the hardware signs it, and the ZK proof is batched to Solana. If an agent hallucinates and violates the policy, you can force a circuit breaker lockdown here at the bottom left, instantly escalating the threat to a Squads v4 multisig. By combining Falatees with Squads v4, we've built the first unhackable corporate card for AI. But a powerful architecture is useless without distribution. To go to market, we are releasing the aegis12 SDK as a drop-in hardware guardrail. Developers simply import Aegis Enclave into their existing agent frameworks, whether they are using ELISA, LangChain, or custom code. This allows any DAO to instantly enforce enterprise-grade Article 15 cyber resilience without forcing developers to rebuild their agents from scratch. This is the fiduciary firewall the agentic economy demands.